Hello, live from beautiful Leipzig, right here. I'm Shane from Silverstein, and this is Allschools.
First of all, thanks again that you take your time, even though you're sleepy.
No, I'm fine. I just ate some delicious food, and sometimes after you eat, I was sitting down, and I was like, it's getting like the sun's going down a little bit now, so a little tired, but I am excited for tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too, to be honest. Yeah. So you already played some shows here in Europe, and tell me, how went the shows so far?
They've been good. It's kind of crazy because we were just here and we did the Empiricon, festivals, a bunch of different ones, and the big one here in Leipzig. And we were gone for 2 months, and we're back again. And which is kind of nice because usually we just come to Europe once in the summer. And this is the second time, and we're coming back again in August to do more festivals. So they've been all really great shows and quite a bit of variety because we're doing some big festivals, like we did the Grass Pop, and we're doing the Mainstream Festival, and then also some shows headlining on our own, and also some supporting Boy Sets Fire. So much diversity.
Yeah, it's almost your second home now in Europe.
It feels like
that.
it. I think Leipzig's. We're going to be here 3 times this year, which is pretty crazy. Like we don't even play, Canada that much. So I think it is. We're becoming more of a German band than a Canadian band somehow.
Yay! I think we Germans are okay with that.
All right.
So your current album, your latest album, Dead Reflections, almost 1 year now. I think in July it turns 1 year.
Yep.
And I've heard that you worked with another new producer, a younger producer. And what was the difference for you to change the producer and to work with him?
Well, our last producer that has done our last 3 albums, Jordan Valeriot, he sort of stepped away from it a little bit of producing full time. He's involved in some other ventures, and he's got a family now and stuff. So he wasn't as interested in doing records. So even the record before with I'm Alive and Everything I Touch, he didn't do as much work on it. Like he wasn't there every day. He mixed the record and he did some production on the vocals and stuff. But so we wanted to move on to somebody that was really hungry and a newer guy. And we enlisted Derek Hoffman, and he was really great and really great with ideas. Like had so many great ideas and really pushed me. Because sometimes I have, producers that are more laid back and like, oh, well, kind of do whatever you think. He's not like that at all. He's a lot more intense, which I think works for me because I'm the laid back one. So if no one's pushing me, cracking the whip on me, then sometimes,
then I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And for the most part, that's fine. But once in a while, I think it's good to have somebody push you. And I think on Dead Reflection, Derek really did push me into some good places.
Yeah. Can you name an example? For example, a song or something where you would never sing like that or something?
Yeah, I definitely can think of a bunch of them. I think there's a song called Aquamarine, which was a song that I had written completely myself, like the music and the vocals and the lyrics and everything. Yeah. And it was a song that really I had a lot of passion about. Like the lyrics were very important to me and stuff. And he kind of said like he just wasn't really feeling the passion as much as he thought was in there. And he sort of just he pushed me to write and to help me write like this bridge section that was just so like a heart-wrenching part, which I don't think I could have done that without him. And even the song Whiplash, the way it starts, the way I sang on that, he kind of just said, we're going to roll the tape and you're just going to you're going to give it to me, and normally I wouldn't have sang it like that. So, and both those are kind of shining spots on the record.
So cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's really cool to work with someone.
There's tons of others,
like that.
Totally. And there's tons of other examples, I'm sure, just, off the top of my head. It's been a year, so.
It's a new experience. And
yeah, totally.
Great.
Totally.
And I'm always wondering, a lot of people still say that Silverstein is kind of the emo genre, back in the 2000s. What do you think of that when you hear that? Are you like, yeah, that's true, or is it annoying?
No,
or-
I to be honest, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, we've always been labeled different things over our career. Like we've been a band for 18 years. So what was the yeah, thank you. Well, what was like what people wanted to call our band 18 years ago was just it's changed over time, you know, and whether people want to say it was emo or screamo or post-hardcore, you know, some people have said we were a rock band. Like I don't fucking know anymore. So honestly, that the labels never bothered me, and I think part of it is because we're not an easy band to categorize because we have a lot of influences and we have a lot of diversity. On our last record, there's stuff like a song like Last Looks, the first track on the record's very heavy, you know, and then we have a song like Demons that's like kind of like a punk, like a hardcore punk song, and then we have a song like The Afterglow, which is pretty much pop punk. So when you have all of that on one record, I think it makes it hard for people to come up with a genre title, and we really don't care. It's our music is our music, regardless of what people want to label it.
That's a good sentence. And of course, I heard it too that this year will be the last Warped Tour ever, and you're going to play there again in July. And what do you think now when you really think that this is the last time ever that you are going to play the Warped Tour, because you played it a bunch of times?
It's going to be very emotional, and not just emotional. Like our last show is in New York City, the last one we're doing. They go down and they finish in Florida. And I know the last show will be very emotional for all the people that have worked on the tour for so many years, and they're all very good friends of ours, the people that have put on the tour, like Kevin and Lisa and Kate and everybody, Julie and everybody else in the office. So, but for us, it's going to be, New York is going to be tough. But the thing that I think a lot of people aren't really realizing is that the fans every day is going to be emotional, because for them it's the last time.
It's the last time, yeah.
And as a fan myself, I've been going to Warped Tour either as a fan or playing every year since 1997. So that's over 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's a big
time.
part of my summer was getting excited about Warped Tour or spending a chunk of it playing with Silverstein. So, yeah, I'm going to be sad to see it go. So many great memories, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, if there's going to be something to replace it, if they're still going to do something else, the same, you know, organizers of Warped Tour. I have no idea. I don't have any inside information at all about that, but I am...
what a bummer.
I am sad, though, that it's going to be over, because so many great years, so many good times.
Actually, everybody always said it's hot and stressful, but everybody loves it.
Well, yeah, it is. It's very hot. You have to walk a long way or move your gear or your merch a long way. The days are very long. You don't know what time you're playing in the morning.
What?
So,
Okay.
well, yeah, every day is a different lineup.
Yeah.
So it's like they have a lottery system, basically. So you wake up and you don't know. You find out about 9:30 in the morning what time you play. And then you could be on as early as 11 a.m. So that part as a singer really sucks. So yeah, you know, so that stuff all sucks, but you know, the shows are great. You're with so many, you know, other bands, and it's like it ends up being a lot of fun, the show part of it. Some of the little things suck, but at the same time, I mean, that's what makes it great,
more fun,
and what makes it special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And talking about shows, a friend of mine told me to ask you if you could imagine to do kind of an acoustic tour, because you're playing an acoustic song live. I don't know if you play it today.
No, not today, but we do some acoustic stuff.
Yeah, and everybody always loves it, and he was asking if you might do a tour.
I don't
or
know.
Ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, we're not really an acoustic band. You know, we have
You're loud
screaming and
heavy,
loud and heavy and drums and bass, and so my inclination is to say, like, I don't think that that's really something we would just do, but at the same time, we have done acoustic versions of our songs, and some of them have come out really good, and our fans have enjoyed them. So, you know, it's something we do incorporate into our set as a bit of a change sometimes. But I don't know, as terms of a full acoustic tour, I'm not sure we'd ever do that. You never know, though. Never say never.
Yeah, never say never, but you're a loud band. I can understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm always wondering, I mean, you already said it, you're a band now for 18 years. Are you still nervous before a show or
Never.
before a
No.
festival?
No.
Just saying
No,
that, or
No, I
really?
it's not. Sometimes I get. It's not nervous, like because when people say nervous, I think of like when I was nervous because I have to like get up in
that
front of the whole class and
yeah,
say
that
something.
you're anxious or something.
Or
yeah.
anxious and anxiety or anxious. Using the word anxious, that's always a negative word. You can't use anxious in a. Well, I'm really anxious to get started. That's
no,
that's
so
not
that's what you combine with nervous, kind of.
Right.
So are you stoked?
Yeah, I sometimes get excited. I don't get very high or very low. I'm pretty even keeled. If it's a big show and I know it's gonna be great, I sometimes get excited. You know, happy to do it. But nervous is not the right word.
Okay.
No. Sometimes if we're doing things like that are out of the norm, like let's say it's something like on live TV or live on the radio, like that can be stressful, but it's not nervous. Because nervous is like something comes over you and makes you not yourself. And luckily now, after many years, that is completely past me.
But better so than being nervous or anxious.
Oh yeah, no, it's a horrible feeling, and you're not. When you're feeling that way, you can't be your best.
And my last question, you always say like Silverstein don't take breaks. What's up next
Yeah.
for Silverstein?
Well, no breaks, that's for sure. We have. Well, this is our idea of a break. Let me run down your schedule, our
Okay.
schedule here. So we go home on the 1st of July, and then our next show is on the 13th of July. So we have 12 days off, roughly 11 days off. Then we do that, and we do 8 shows of Warped Tour. Then we have 6 days off, and we come back to Europe. And then after that, we have like a month,
Oh,
which
so
is a pretty nice break.
It's the Silverstein break is a month.
Yeah, a month. Yeah. And then we're coming, I can't say yet what we're doing, but look for us to come back maybe to Europe sometime this year. I think they've already announced some stuff. So I think we'll be back in Europe this fall, and then we have more stuff planned for later this year too. So maybe
But you can't say now.
I'll get some sleep in 2019.
Okay.
I don't
I
know.
hope you will get your sleep
I don't know, sleep when I'm
sooner
dead.
or later.
Sleep when I'm dead.
Hopefully sooner. Okay, then thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm